And today, I haven't done this in like, I don't know. I want to say in almost a year, a vertical live stream on YouTube specifically. Yes, I am back. I'm back to doing some of these live streams. I'm on my bed right now. The festivities are about to start pretty soon regarding July 4th, Independence Day here in the state of Florida. Well, for the United States entirely. But I'm here in the state of Florida. So, we have a few things to talk about today that I just, wanted to do a live stream of. Like I said, I haven't done this in a while, and I feel like I owe it to some of my viewers to do a live stream. And so, we are going to do, first and foremost, Happy Independence Day, Happy July 4th. Don't blow yourselves up. Please be careful out there. Don't drink and drive. All of that already done and over with. Awesome. Now, today we're going to do a basically an ask me anything. If there are people that want to ask me questions, go ahead and ask me some questions. Let me know what you guys think about what's going on politically or whatever, right? Just ask me random questions if you guys want to. But ultimately, right now, I feel as though there aren't that many Latinos that are coming out and speaking against the ICE protest and all the rioting that was occurring within like the past few weeks. Now all of those protests have died down, relatively speaking, but there are some minor skirmishes throughout various cities over in California. Some of them have broke out over in New Mexico, and now there are some people within the United States, excuse me, not within the United States, within the state of Florida that are now protesting out in the streets. Of course, they're following the law, so that's a good thing. So one of the major stories that I wanted to get into today was the fact that there are Haitians now harassing or outright attacking federal agents in the country of Haiti after they were just deported. And I just did a quick little video on it, a little short video on that very same subject. And I gotta say, like, just as I said in that specific video, I just don't understand why you are going to attack our federal agents while simultaneously pretending as if you want to be a lawful citizen within our own country. That just makes no sense. It's okay, in my opinion, to commit some, acts of civil disobedience. That's not really my argument here. I think the issue is if you're going to attack our federal agents, people that handle specifically immigration, why in the hell are you going to attack those people? That makes absolutely zero sense to me. Hello, Vipin, how's it going? I'm guessing you are from India. I don't know. I'm suppose I'm just guessing or assuming, but yeah, I just find it so fucking silly. It doesn't make any sense. So now we have some people on TikTok specifically. Go ahead and comment if you guys are on the live stream, so I can say hi. It just makes absolutely zero sense that there are, well, not, let me scratch that. There are people on specifically TikTok basically saying that they support the people that are committing violence against federal agents. And I find that to be very ironic because on one side, some of them are pro Mexican. They want Mexicans inside the United States to act violently or attack or harass or whatever ICE agents, CBP, etc. And then we have people who support the pro Haitian side that are basically saying the same things, which I find that to be very ironic. If you want to support that level of violence inside the United States, you need to get the fuck out of my country. And I'm from the United States. So I just think it's so fucking funny to see that shit. Like, why the fuck are you gonna promote violence inside the United States, but then you don't have that same level or that same level of energy in general to say, well, I want you to go attack the cartels in Mexico. I want you to take out barbecue and all of the Haitian gangs that are currently attacking your federal government in Haiti. If you are going to support violence against our federal agents, against our country, but you're not going to have that same level to at least bring stability to your country, I just think that you don't belong in this country. You don't belong in this country. And if there are, excuse me, if there are American citizens that advocate for that level of violence, they need to be thrown in jail. Just like plain and simple. Be thrown in jail, be sent out to the wolves. Pretty much, that's all it is. If there are people that are on residency status, if there are people that are quote unquote asylum seekers, etc., 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 and they are also saying these things in regards to our government, send them back to their home country. It's just that simple. I just don't understand why people have an issue with, I don't know, being respectable. It just is what it is. You got everything backwards, if you say so. I don't know. What's backwards? But ultimately, it's just so silly. I don't support the left. I don't support progressives. As a Latino who's also had, I've had some run ins with the police when I was younger. It just makes no sense. It makes no sense to me at all. Anibal Vargas, what's up? It just makes no sense. I just find it to be so funny, man. But yeah, so that's part of the issue. Well, I mean, this is kind of like a mixed issue. We have the Haitians and then we have Mexicans complaining about immigration policies that are being pushed or enacted by Donald Trump and the Republican Party. Now with the big beautiful bill, I guess sort of being passed, it still hasn't reached his desk yet. I just think it's so funny to see all these people being senseless in the streets. Like, for example, the state of California, we know that the state of California is relatively lawless in certain areas. Los Angeles being one example of that. Skid Row being an example of that. We have people out in these states that are attacking federal agents to various different degrees and severity. And yet at the same time, they are surprised that Donald Trump says they're bringing crime, they're bringing violence, they're bringing this and that, rapists and murderers. Surprise, surprise, you're proving Donald Trump right when you are attacking federal agents. You're proving Donald Trump right that you and your culture, your society, everything that you've been importing inside this country, that it supports lawlessness, which is exactly what your people ran from back in Mexico, specifically for the Mexican community. If you are going to take pride in your culture, why is there not the same level of pride in eliminating the cartels that are raping and selling off your children? Where is that energy? It makes zero sense to me. It's just hypocritical. That's number one. Hypocritical. It's a double standard. Or ultimately, they're full of shit and they don't give a fuck. They're full of shit and they don't give a fuck. It's one of those three. It's one of those three. But it is what it is. So I guess I just wanted to make a quick video. I don't know if there's anything else more to say, really. I mean, I think Donald Trump is doing a great job. Considering today is July 4th, I think today is going to be a very great day for the country with Donald Trump back in office. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome to see somebody that has the balls to enforce the laws back in leadership. Like here in the state of Florida, we have a very good governor. We have Ron DeSantis. He's done a great job, especially during the hurricane season. He's always done a tremendous job. And yet we have people in the media and people in comment section saying, "Oh, he's been doing a bad job." Instead of focusing on ICE, why doesn't he focus on hurricane reform or hurricane relief or whatever? And I'm like, bro, I live here in the state of Florida. I think Ron DeSantis has been doing an incredible job here as our governor. So I mean, it's just so silly. I really don't like the propaganda. Open your eyes. Open my eyes to what, Roger? I just think it's so silly. I don't think I don't think a lot of these pro ICE protesters actually give a fuck about the people that they supposedly give a fuck about. They supposedly care about Mexicans, but they don't have the same energy to call out the cartels. Most of their energy is all about negativity towards specifically Donald Trump or the Republican Party. The same two people, the person Donald Trump and the group, the Republican Party, has been advocating for military joint ventures in various countries in Latin America, specifically El Salvador and also Mexico. Mexico has refused, and now we have a deal with El Salvador and the Salvadoran prisons. It just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. He's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. I mean, Roger, you don't have to watch the live stream, just so you know. But yeah, it just makes no sense. So when we have AMLO, and then now the wannabe Mexican President Scheinbaum in Mexico that literally promote propaganda, trying to diminish the power of the United States. They promote propaganda and then completely ignore the problems of their own country, only to cry about Donald Trump in office, or what Donald Trump is going to do or not going to do. I don't think that Scheinbaum is actually a good leader for the Mexican people, which is accelerating the issues in Mexico. You know, she is not Bukele. She is not Nayib Bukele of El Salvador. So obviously, she's not going to really give a fuck because personally, I believe that President Scheinbaum of Mexico is completely controlled by the Mexican cartels or local gangs. It has to be one of those two. I don't know which specific cartel. There could be quite a few of them that maybe she is bought out from, or maybe she's just afraid. But ultimately, she's the leader, she's the commander of the armed forces of the Mexican military. The fact that she has done nothing to actually use the power of her military to go after the cartels into higher levels or degrees just proves to me any action that she has done was ultimately just for show. It was ultimately just for show. There has been some few arrests, but it was just mostly for show. It's not for actually, caring about the Mexican people or trying to get their country under wraps. It's not about that. It's all just for propaganda to show the international community that allegedly they are trying. But of course, they're all full of shit. But yeah, let's see what else I can add to this. Because I'm only making this video very quick. I feel though that when it comes to Haiti specifically, I don't think the Haitian government should even exist anymore. I feel as though the situation in Haiti is no longer going to be stable, especially now that gangs essentially run the country. Does that justify asylum for Haitians? I suppose it can for certain groups, certain individuals, but that does not mean that we should support TPS or any kind of fast tracking for their asylum cases. I think personally the Dominican Republic should be at the forefront of handling the issues in Haiti, or at least trying to find ways so that the Dominican Republic can start annexing some portions of Haiti and incorporating it into their country. Because at this point, Haiti is just a lawless hellhole, pretty much. It's a lawless hellhole. There's nothing that's going to make the country stabilize, and the Dominican Republic has been doing quite well with the power that they had. I mean, they're growing at a consistent fair rate, anywhere between like 2% to 3% GDP growth. Inflation has been relatively controlled. It's been around, I think, 2 to 4% within like the past, I think, year. So they've been doing quite well for themselves. But it's their neighbor that is limiting the Dominican Republic. If there wasn't such a huge problem in Haiti, the Dominican Republic would be even more stable, even more adaptable to the international markets. I mean, they've been doing really well when it comes to hotels and tourism. They've been doing quite well. They're starting to build up manufacturing in the Dominican Republic, specifically, I believe, textiles. But all of that is for naught if they have a next door neighbor that is entirely unstable. It makes absolutely no sense. So Haiti should be defunct. Haiti should not exist as a country anymore. Just plain and simple. That's my position on Haiti. I'm not anti Haitian. If you want to practice Haitian quote unquote culture or be a part of whatever ethnicities that exist in specifically the Haitian country today, that's completely fine. But the country of Haiti itself should not exist. It should not exist and it should be absorbed by, I don't know, the United States. It should be absorbed by the Dominican Republic. Maybe, I guess, Jamaica. That's highly unlikely, but even Jamaica is more stable. I just find it very funny when it comes to specifically Haiti. Haiti is the only Caribbean island that is completely destabilized. Completely destabilized. All the same arguments that people say, oh, Haiti is what it is today because of the French, because of America, because of the British, because of foreign international powers. All of that could be said about every other island, whether in the Greater Antilles or in the Lesser Antilles within the Caribbean. That could be said about every single one of those island nations. So, what's the excuse specifically for why Haiti is in such a horrible position that it is? Personally, it's the failures of the leadership in Haiti. That's just what it is. That's entirely what it is. They can complain about colonialism all they want. The Dominican Republic is literally their next door neighbor. They've had, I think, like, I don't know, 20, 40, 50 years of slowly developing into becoming more sustainable. So naturally, the Dominican Republic is going to be better off with better leadership. The Tokyo Drifter, how's it going, bro? I am currently banned on TikTok, so that's why I'm doing a quick little stream for today, and I haven't done a live stream on in a while. So, but yeah, so yeah, I was basically saying that Haiti should not exist as a country anymore. What happened? I'm guessing you mean my ban. I don't know. I was doing a live stream about LGBT. Not it wasn't about specifically the LGBT, but somebody made a comment about it's Pride Month, and I specifically said Pride is a sin, and that's all I said, and then I got flagged for it, and I've been waiting for my appeal, and it still has not been accepted yet. So that's literally all I said. Was that pride is a sin according to the Bible? And well, here I am, I guess. So let's see. We talked about Haiti. We talked about Mexico. We talked about the hypocrisy of Mexican Americans, Mexicans, and Haitians protesting against immigration policies, but they don't have the same energy for the conflicts back in Mexico and then specifically in Haiti. Um, yeah, I think that there is less censorship on YouTube. I think YouTube does a lot better in keeping live streams up and open for people to share their opinions. Like TikTok is so stupid that I can't call another person stupid without getting flagged or banned. So I can say that, like, let's say, for example, Alexandria Ocasio Cortez is a fucking retard. I can say this on YouTube without it being flagged for um, any kind of like issues, pretty much, right? There's no real strict algorithm. There's no real strict algorithm when it comes to specifically live streams, like for the video creator itself, that would limit my capacity to do my live streams, pretty much. Commenting, that's an entirely different issue because on YouTube, I tend to get comments. They generally don't get hit or removed, but they are just hidden because that's just how the algorithm works on YouTube. So your comments get hidden on YouTube like they do on Facebook. So you could make a comment, but like a regular comment, like not one of these comments, but a regular one, and I probably won't be able to see it. On TikTok, almost everything gets reported on, whether it's my videos, my live streams, my comments. I can't say or do anything just because of the way how I am. I'm very aggressive when I speak on certain issues. TikTok is just it's a really great platform to get your voice out there, but it's a horrible platform for people that really want to just say or speak what they want, right? You always have to kowtow or kowtow, whatever it is, the phrase. You always need to bend over backwards for the algorithm on TikTok. So this is why I don't take it seriously. I've been banned on TikTok. Um, I think 7 or 8 times already. Is the reach better or worse on YouTube Live compared to TikTok? I get good reach on TikTok Live, but I haven't gone live on YouTube yet. There is better reach on TikTok. Hands down, TikTok is far better for live streams. Um, yeah, I think that's fair. It's far better for live streams. Like for example, I maybe have 4 people like watching according to what it says right there. On TikTok, I would be getting like maybe 10, 20 with only like 200 viewers or 200 followers. Like I have 2,000 followers on YouTube, but there's only 4 people here. On on TikTok, I have like 200 followers, but I can do a live stream and get consistently like maybe 10, 20 people to watch the live stream, consecutively. But it'll cap out at like 70, maybe to 80 people at one time. So there's better opportunities on TikTok for live streams. That's for sure. Especially for smaller creators. Yeah. It just is what it is, dude. I don't know. I don't really have any plans for tonight because I do work tomorrow. I don't really have to go to sleep early, but I know when I do go to sleep, that's when all the fireworks are gonna go off. So it's gonna suck for a little bit. I might spend some time with my neighbors though. I might. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, I'm only doing this live stream because I want to slowly start building up my YouTube channel and show people that are following me on YouTube that I'm also active on. Oh, excuse me. If they're following me on TikTok, I want to show them that I am also active on YouTube. So that reminds me, I don't know where my other cell phone is. Dang it, I thought it was under that. Alright, whatever. Alrighty, so where were we at? We were talking about immigration policies. Now we switched over to TikTok. Um, yeah, there it really isn't much for me to say. It's Independence Day. I think Donald Trump has been doing quite well leading this country. I think the failures of the Democratic Party are revealing themselves. I think that as we proceed along, that Democrats are going to become more radical, I believe. Talk about the big beautiful bill. I haven't read the entire thing. There's some provisions that I like. Obviously, no tax on tips. That's my dog in the background. No tax on tips. People were really getting upset with Medicare, quote unquote, being cut. But I really have to do like a real deep dive into it, into the actual documents to really have a really strong opinion on it. Currently, right now, from what I understand, I support most of what is in the bill. The extra funding for immigration policies or immigration enforcement, I do support. I think that's a very strong thing. It's going to increase our expenses over time, yeah, but I think that it's going to be a good thing for the United States, especially when it comes to the housing market. I think other than BlackRock, other than these massive corporations buying up single family homes, other than that specifically, when it comes to the abundance of people within the country and the abundance of migrants coming into the country, that has a net negative effect on individuals trying to buy a house. So it's just it's just a huge issue. The child tax credits for parents with kids is really good, $2,200 per child. Yep, it doesn't benefit me, but it's definitely going to benefit my sister, so that's going to be very good. She's been slowly active on TikTok, but she's been working a lot more, so But yeah, it's gonna help her out. I think that there was a permanent tax code change, if I recall. Oh, another major thing was the no taxes on Social Security. I think that's huge. That is absolutely a great thing. I never understood why Social Security was taxed, like the income that you get from Social Security. I never understood why it was taxed. I mean, I can understand why IRAs, Roth IRAs, are taxed in whatever degree of how they are taxed in. I can understand that. But so specifically, if all the money is being pooled, I said fooled, pooled into retirement accounts, and that retirement account is basically ran by the government itself, it shouldn't have been taxed in the first place. Like if the purpose of Social Security was to essentially not put so much money in IRAs, because on IRAs and Roth IRAs you still get taxed. I think in traditional IRAs you get taxed after you start pulling money out, and then with Roth IRAs you get taxed before. You get taxed on your income, and then you can't write that off on your taxes pretty much. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm glad that Donald Trump has made that official law, um, that those cannot be taxed. It's not temporary. It's now going to be permanent. So that's good. That is something very good. No taxes on tips. Permanent. No taxes. That's going to be fucking amazing. For me, which I do work in a job where I do get tips, that's going to be great. So next year, if I am still within this specific job, I'm going to be making some bank. So that's going to be sweet because digital tips, cash tips, digital tips, which is where we get most of our money from when it comes to tips. Yeah, that's gonna be like an extra. I don't know. I don't know, like 40, $50 a month, $60 a month. It's gonna be pretty sweet. It's gonna be very, very decent. Absolutely. So I do appreciate that one. So yeah, other than that, there's not really much for me to really talk about. Specifically about the big beautiful bill. Like I said, I agree with most of what's in the bill, but I haven't done deep research enough to really have a strong opinion on it. I haven't taken the time to read it in its entirety. And the fact that it's moving, or it was moving a lot between like the Senate and then it moved to the House, they might have changed some things if I recall. So I'll have to do like a deeper research or take more time to study what's in it. Let's see. Um, whoops. Okay, so the jobs numbers look good. U.S. born employment is going up. Trump's immigration policies are working. Yep, that's what I've been seeing too. I think there was the jobs numbers were released, I think 2 or 3 days ago, which has led to an increase to new highs with Nasdaq. I don't know if today. I didn't check the stock market today because I was working, but let me check it right now. Actually, let me check Nasdaq. I think we broke yesterday's record. Yeah, we broke yesterday's record. Oh, not yesterday. It was June 30th, Monday's record. So that's nice. That's very nice. So it's nice to see that people's 401ks are improving a lot, and now my dog is probably going to start barking. Hey, come on. Chill, chill, chill. Come here. My dog doesn't like it when there's like big bangs outside. There he is. It's my good doggo. He's a good boy. Aren't you, boy? Yeah, you got your tail wagging and everything. But yeah, the jobs numbers is looking really well. Cryptocurrency was on its way up, but today was slowing down quite a bit. I don't really know why. My prediction was that as the Nasdaq is going up, people are gonna start moving their money away from crypto for like the short term, like for like a day or two, maybe like 5 days. And then once the Nasdaq balances out, then they're gonna start reinvesting their money back into cryptocurrency. That's my opinion. This is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. Gotta use that just in case. Oh my You're such a good boy. What's down your nose? Are you scratching your nose? But yeah, where were we at? Let's see. Jobs. Hiring remains solid. Unemployment is falling, which is good. Although we do have to take into account when it comes to the unemployment rate, the definitions of unemployment haven't changed since Barack Obama. So if there are people that stopped looking for work, I think after a year or two, or I think it was, they are not counted on unemployment. So let me check the labor participation rate. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was good, but the labor participation rate is more accurate in my opinion. Let's check the 5 years. It's been okay. We're at 61.5%. Oh wait, no, that's incorrect. 62.3% in June 2025. And it has decreased from last month. So I think it's indicating that some people that were looking for work are no longer looking for work. And so it's representative over here. But that still doesn't mean um, that that there's anything wrong with that in specific. Technically, we're not even at pre-COVID numbers. I think this had to do a lot with the scaremongering of the media, the fear mongering of the media regarding tariffs. I think this is representative of that. I don't think it's actually specifically that in the long run, people aren't looking for work. But yeah, that's the media for you. You can't really fucking trust these bastards, dude. The mainstream media is fucked up, dude. They're so fucked up. You just can't trust them. I was actually hoping to see if I had some of my previous regulars hopping on the live stream, but I don't think that they are here today. Or they're probably celebrating actually. Because I had some people that were from India who would stop by every once in a while, but they aren't here today. Let's see. Oh, can I change the background? Oh, snap. I did not know that we can do this on here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Add photos to your camera roll to get started. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to turn off that feature. How do I turn it off? Can I turn it off? No, apparently I cannot turn it off. I'm trying to turn it off now, but I can't. Okay, I'll have to mess with that on a different day. I don't know why I can't turn it off, turn it on. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. There's no easy way to turn it off or turn it on. So I'm just going to leave it off for the time being. Maybe if I flip the camera. Nope, that doesn't change anything. Oh, wow. I didn't want to do that. That's crazy. All right, give me 1 second. Because I'm trying to turn it off, but I can't. I don't know how to turn it off. All right, well, I guess I'll leave it on for the time being. I'll leave it off for the time being. Or I'll try to leave it on. But yeah, it's already been 35 minutes, you guys. This live stream has been going on for quite a bit. One of these days, I might do a gaming live stream. I was considering it. I've been doing gaming live streams on Rumble for like the past few days. Not, well, recently, but the last few of my live streams on platforms that were not TikTok, I was doing gaming live streams. So for now, you guys, I appreciate you guys watching. My voice is probably delayed now because of the green screen. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. So I am going to end the live stream here. Go ahead and like the live stream. Go ahead and follow. And I'm going to definitely see you guys in the next one. I might do a live stream tomorrow. If not, I'll do it on a different day. So other than that, you guys, say bye to my doggy. Slush, slush. And I am out of here. Peace out, you guys.